For weeks, Joseph has been helping us grow things in the garden. Well, now he's worried about some things growing too much, where you should draw the line on the vine. In tonight's Joseph in the Garden.
This may look like a jungle, but I like to keep my plants close enough together so that I don't have to do any weeding once they get big. This is a variety of squash. Over here, I have my zucchini, and I also have, as you can see right here, a different leaf than this one here. This is horseradish. Horseradish is very hard to get rid of once you get it, but we found that these leaves, which are absolutely gigantic, have sort of a tangy taste, but you put a little bit of this in your salad at night and it's just sort of like adding arugula or some of the other spicier greens, and my wife and I kind of like it. But this squash here is the one that really spreads out. It's a winter squash.
Winter squash and melons both send out long runners that the squash and melons form on. Sometimes these runners get out of hand and end up in areas that we don't want them. I try to direct the runners to go where I want them to go, but sometimes they sneak away. These plants will continue to grow as long as they have water and sunny warm weather, and they will produce squash all along the runner. Now, if the runner gets too long, the plant can't ripen all the squash that have started to grow, and they just die off as the weather gets colder. Just like cutting off the water to my tomatoes to allow the plant to ripen the fruit that's already formed, I like to cut off the runners in mid to late August at a point just past the last squash that I think has time to ripen before it gets too cold. Now, this helps keep the runners from spreading all over, and it also allows the squash that's set on early to ripen quicker. This works for melons as well. Also remember, pumpkins are a type of winter squash. Cutting back your pumpkins and melons early will help the ones that are already set on grow bigger.